Hey everybody, this is Manadog here with another Starcraft Underground League Season 2 cast. This cast is from the third place match between teams Legion and Chaos. This is actually a pretty exciting one today. We have Mars from Team Legion, who's a very high level Terran, and G5, a high level Protoss from. Oh, it looks like I actually wrote this wrong. I wrote Team Chaos. Let me fix that. This is actually. He's Team Chaos now, but he was unhinged at the time. And most importantly, I actually have Shafir here casting with me. So, hello, Shafir.
Hello, Manadog. How's it going? Haven't casted in a while. We got two Legion guys casting a Legion versus non-Legion game, so
Yeah,
I won't
it's
be
like
too
no
biased.
no bias at all. Yeah, for sure. So anyway, I hopefully I fixed the scoreboard, but I'm just going to jump into it. And yes, nice, I did. Okay, is that good for you? You can see.
Yeah, the scoreboard I can't quite see it, but I'll be all
Yeah,
right.
you shouldn't be able to see the scoreboard.
Yeah,
Just
I
the
don't
game.
think. Yeah, imagine I could see it.
Okay, so
Um,
crucially, we have Mars spawning as the pink Terran. In the bottom left, the first map is Match Point, and top right we have the red Protoss G5. What's your opinion of these players?
I'm kind of excited to see this because I've heard so much about G5, and he's always been one of the top American Protoss, but I've never actually watched him play. And then Mars is really good. I used to be on Nas with Mars, and he used to be really solid. We used to play a lot. And I see G5 with the probe out early, as you would expect on a two-player map. Um, Got to steal the gas, right? On match point. Got
Yeah, I
stealing gas.
mean,
What are you doing?
yeah, no, I don't know why you wouldn't, particularly in these spawns. When you get these ones, like as Terran, your gas is very vulnerable here, so Protoss has the ability to go down and get it. If it were the reverse spawns, this gas is actually harder to get for Protoss. So this is nice, nice spawn positions for G5.
No, absolutely. I'm excited to watch G5 play because G5 has been around my entire StarCraft career, but I've never actually watched him.
Yeah.
Excited to see how good he is, and Mars is a worthy opponent. So
Yeah, I know. I know G5 is super strong, and something I also think about him is, I think he has a lot of like old school builds that he just knows because he's been part of this for so long. And newer players aren't necessarily, not that I don't know if Mars is necessarily newer, but they're not necessarily going to recognize things he might do.
that's a good point. I, um, I've only really seen G5 in PVZs, and haven't, it's always been somebody running by, with a lot of links. But I
Yeah,
heard his PVT is fantastic. I think
yeah,
he's the reason he gave Artosis the original headaches back in
yeah.
the day. I assume G5 is the cause.
This is some pretty real probe harass so far. He also did manage to get that gas steal like we were talking about.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh,
Wonder how Mars will deal with this Castiel. I'm sure G5 does it so often that he's got all the branches mapped out.
Yeah, I think players at this level, they've both just been on different sides of this so many times. This is like
I mean,
a
you're a
like
pretty
a
strong Terran. What are Terran's options here? Like, you can push
uh,
this, or do you sort of just go for a command center? Or
yeah. So I think what you want to do, in my noob opinion, is your options are basically you can do like this. You can go and kill the gas. You can kind of just delay your tech and accept that. You can also make a second Rax and just basically go all in with it and try to punish what Protoss is doing behind it. That can particularly be effective if Protoss sometimes takes like a greedy Nexus behind this, but that's not what he's doing here.
right, yeah, I do know sometimes you can take a Nexus. Sometimes you'll even see a Forge,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm glad we're not seeing that. I don't love seeing passive Protoss styles, but I don't imagine G5 is one of the passive types. I'm
Yeah,
imagining
no.
sort of a Bulldog carrier style.
Yeah, just watching this probe so far, I'm not getting really any passive from this.
Yeah, yeah, very little passive, and the probe's still alive, so
Yeah, he,
comes home with the gas.
for sure. And it looks like Mars is just planning to expand here. He did end up getting his gas. He's going to put down the CC in just a moment. So far, G5 is not taking a Nexus. He's just getting goons in range, so maybe he's looking to do a little more pressure.
Yeah, no, I'm expecting more pressure because he's not cutting any gas. He's not saving up for a Nexus. He's
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I wonder if he throws up a Robo before his Nexus because he is getting to that 200 gas, right? At this point, if you wanted to make a Nexus, you could just pull pros off gas at this point.
Mm-hmm. For
But let's
sure.
see what he does. Yeah.
And
Oh, is that a
he's
Robo
right.
in his main? No, I'm sorry. I thought I saw something up. I'm sorry. I'm imagining things.
No, it's okay. It does look like he is going to take the Nexus, probably. He's like
Yeah,
positioning the probe for that. I guess he just wanted some goons to put early pressure. You know, when you lose your gas like this, you're so far away from tanks. So
that's a
there's,
good point.
yeah, going to be a good. He also got a pretty fast range here, so there's going to be a lot of opportunity to kind of tax the bunker.
Yeah, he's gonna have to because Mars did get his natural command center up before G5 even started his Nexus. It's not up yet, but it's gonna be done soon, and G5 hasn't started.
Yeah. Yeah, we definitely need to get something done here because this is a pretty huge disparity in natural timing.
I agree.
Mars throwing
I
down
just feel like
two
G5 could
factories.
have optimized, but yeah, I mean, excited to see. I like Mars coming out of this. I'm a fan of the ethical plays. You've played me, so I'm a fan of
I have
Mars
played
getting a
you, and
little lead here.
I've played you, and I've watched a few of your games at this point, so I do know that about you. Which
Not always ethical, but it's my best shot at winning. I'm not good at cheesing. If I was good, I'd be doing it all the time at cheesing.
well, you've killed me that way. I don't know if you recall, but you killed me with a proxy gate on butter in last.
Did I really?
Yeah,
Oh yeah, because I didn't want to play butter. So actually, I think
yeah,
Royo and Tim helped me prepare that. So you can
yeah. It
blame
was
them.
you killed me with it, and then true to your nature, you apologized for it afterwards.
I think I just really didn't want to play butter, and I
Yeah,
think what I did was I asked Tim and Roy, I was like, all right, I don't want to play butter. You gotta give me a cheese. I think I learned it like in
yeah.
the days before.
All worked.
I felt bad about it, but had to do it.
Yeah, there was no reason to. But anyway, G5 is transitioning to more economy. He's actually got a second and a very fast third coming up behind this. He is taxing the bunker pretty heavily, like we had mentioned previously. Uh, the
Yeah,
first,
it's the old tried and true Protoss strategy. If you're a little behind, just make two nexuses. It works every time. So
100% of the time. In fact, we can probably we can just skip this game. I think we can just go to the next one because this is done. So the first tank is out though, so that's going to push these goons back a little bit.
I don't know, four goons, that two shots at tank. If he dives in here, and he will, let's
Yeah.
see if he gets it. Oh, he doesn't get it. Mars
Just
saves
barely.
it. Oh, he really, yeah, it's a G5. He'll commit.
Yeah,
My first time watching him, but this is what I expect. Yeah.
yeah, for sure. The control is on point.
Oh,
This
another one? Another tank?
little greedy.
This is gonna be huge if he gets another tank. Oh
It
my
is,
god,
but
take a fourth Nexus G5. How is he gonna stop you?
Yeah.
Like, what's he gonna do?
So at that point, do you think that that's still worth it if you lose the extra three goons in the process for the second tank?
No, I don't think that's getting that second tank, which he also didn't get, was worth. I think he should have called it after the first one.
Yeah,
But
fair enough. So we did get our robo. We're not going for reverse. We're just getting the observatory right now. He's got the 3 Nexus up. First vultures are out. He went speed first, so he's got a lot of mobility on the map. Yeah. And G5 is going up to 6 gates very quickly.
yeah, you have your third Nexus up. You definitely want to get up to that 6 gateways and then go up to 10. I don't know. I don't know if I love the. I'm not a Terran, but do you normally go speed first in this situation? Like, don't you want to have some mind presence on the map?
No, I would never go
Oh,
speed
never
first.
mind. I eat my words immediately.
So the main time where I think you would go, or where I know of where you would go speed first, is maybe when you're going to do like a drop.
Right.
But this is way too fancy for me. I don't have hands at all, so I stick to like very kind of standard stuff that's hard to mess up.
Mars is a fancy Canadian Terran. They've got different
Yeah.
tactics.
100%. And he's getting a lot of probes here overall, and he was up in
Oh yeah.
workers to start with, so this is getting a little scary for G5.
Yeah,
That's
let's look at
fine.
this worker disparity. It's 30 to 48. Like, this is kind of huge.
Yeah, this is pretty substantial. We do have the 3 Nexus, but yeah, I
We
think
do, but like the probe distribution is really bad. Their Nexus isn't mining at all. Not bad, but like it needs, obviously you have to run the probes because of the vultures. But it needs to be fixed.
yeah, for sure. +1 just started. We're on 2 factories right now, so we stayed with just 2 factories for a while. Second gas. He got a lot done with these vultures, but he did end up losing all of them, so there's not... It looks like he's going to take a third, but there's not really much in the way of units for Mars either. He's got a few tanks, so he can kind of be defensive here. But he's only got 2 factories finished so far, and he's got no vultures, so there's really no push potential here right now.
It's a good point, but it does look like those three SCVs are about to set up for three factories, right? And the vultures are free, so I don't know if you know
Yes,
about
that's
this,
true. Yeah. No,
but
I think you actually get money when you make them. I don't know if you know
you
that.
really do.
It feels like
So,
it.
yeah, he's getting up to the five packs. He's getting up his third CC, I believe. He's setting it up for the third over
Yeah,
here.
gotta be
Yeah.
what he's doing for sure.
Yep. Yep.
Uh, we got our shuttles
I don't
out
know.
for
Well, how do you feel
G5.
about match point as a map to push? Because I feel like as
Um,
Protoss, I don't hate it. I like being able to fight at that bridge. Not the bridge, but the middle valley
yeah.
as well. I don't know.
I don't like many two-player maps. I think this is a hard map to play TvP on. There's a lot of like ledges and stuff here, but I think there's a lot of room for both players to kind of take advantage and like claim the forward positions early. Because these are like hard to push into, but like once you've got them, they're very strong.
Can we check where G5 is teching towards? Does he have a fleet beacon? Does he have a Arbiter Tribunal coming up? Or is he just gateway manning this? It looks like he's gateway manning.
Yeah, he's gateway
It's not
man,
even...
full shuttle.
Yeah, but like, does he have a support bay? Like, are these gonna be slow shuttles, right? It's not even gonna be speed shuttle, man.
Yeah, not yet.
Yeah.
He's just units and economy. He is taking that fourth though, like you suggested, so maybe he was listening in the past. We may have a fifth here. A fifth.
A fifth. Yeah, I mean, that's one way to play this because you lose one, so what? You just make him like, what's he gonna do? Stop me? So sometimes I take that approach as well, and it works. Just make nexuses.
Yeah, and if you get away with it, I mean, that could be like game deciding right there to have a fast fit like
Like,
this.
even if you don't, you just make them on two different ends of the map, right? He takes one out, but the other one's fine, right? And that's what G5 is doing.
That's smart. That's
A
smart.
lot of Terrans like push very one-dimensionally if you think about it.
Oh, I don't have to think about it. I'm there.
So.
I've seen my own replays.
And I guess like if you're doing this double expand and you've lost so many probes, you really can't go up to tech too hard right now. Like safest thing may just be gateway man. Although I do
that's
feel like
fair.
he needs more gateways. We're only at 6 here, am I seeing? Now you guys 7th and 8th. But you lost a lot of probes, so everything's a little behind instead of just finishing.
Yeah, absolutely. So, do you think this eventually like pivots into arbiter play, or would you suspect her?
I guess with the 4th and the 5th, like he could get carriers, but like with the 3rd right now being mineral only, there's no way he can go carriers in my opinion.
Okay. If you do get them though, I think this is like a pretty excellent carrier map. No?
Got it. And G5 is, I don't know if he is, but he strikes me as probably a carrier player. But I guess we'll find out.
Yeah. Get these probes going. He's still only on one gas, crucially. So whatever he's
For that
looking
reason
to do,
alone, it's definitely not carriers. Like if you're going carrier, you're definitely taking as much gas as you can.
that's fair. That makes sense. So we have G5 kind of pushing back a little bit on these mines across the map. These tanks are still in fairly defensive positions, so G5 has a lot of room to work here before there's actually any engagements. Behind this, G5 is just, as we said, he's just basically occupying all these minerals. The tech is pretty slow, but he's just basically maxing out and he's getting there. He's almost back up in supply with Maars.
So what is Terran up to? Like Terran had that lead early. Is he just going for a 2-1 push here? Is he waiting for his upgrades? Is he on double armory?
He's not on double armory yet. I don't think he has a starport, so I don't think he's also going economic. He's taking a 4th, which 4-base Terran is pretty insane. And yeah, he's just getting his 1-1. So this looks like the kind of standard play where you go like 5-fac, you take your 3rd CC, then you add 3 more factories.
This is like that micro. I don't know if you ever played a micro tournament, but it's one of the levels. You basically get 12 vultures against 6 goons. Oh wow, and he's over here killing more probes.
Yeah, a lot of economic damage for Maars this game for sure.
Yeah, I think we have 5 nexuses to remake these.
Do you think he probably needs to consider pushing in the near future, because he's been up on supply for a while, but I mean G5 is finally starting to eclipse him? So I think he may need to like turn this lead into something at some point.
No, I completely agree. Like Protoss supply being even with Terran means Terran's ahead at this point for sure.
Absolutely, for sure.
And yeah, I guess Mars is doing this very carefully because a lot of Terrans just sometimes push irresponsibly and just throw the game, especially when you have a lead. But at the same time, yeah, agreed. he
We're waiting
needs to
for it.
capitalize on this.
Fleet
Yeah, oh,
beacon.
there it is.
Yeah.
Let's see if he starts all those gases at the same time. Oh, bottom right has a gas. Yep,
It's built
there
them.
we
Yeah.
go.
Yeah.
Not here yet, but soon coming.
Yeah.
Does
And
he have
I.
that core upgrade coming? Is this cybernetic core spinning?
Uh, yep. Sure is.
Yes, it is. There we go.
Plans are in motion.
Exactly. So basically, you want to start the +1, I think, air upgrade as you start the fleet beacon, and it'll finish when you start your carriers. I learned this today from Tim, actually.
Well, good timing then. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we do need from Mars. I think he's probably going to throw down the science facility and maybe a second armory soon because he has his 1/1 and no ability to move beyond that. He's got a few Goliaths, but I don't think he knows about the Stargates yet. Because if you look at his his production queue, there's no more Goliaths coming. So he's gonna max out on not a lot that shoots out.
I just heard some scans. I wonder what he saw, but yeah, like
Yeah.
he's pushing.
Pressing the wrong one. I didn't press the wrong one.
I mean, this is kind of like the best time to push, right? As soon as Protoss starts 3 carriers, right? You have a ton of supply queued up and nothing yet.
Yeah. That's the window you definitely want to aim for is Terran when they're in production.
Mars is maxed out. Like,
Yes.
and G5 has no AoE to fight this. There's no High Templar, there's no Arbiters, there's nothing. Like, I don't know. I don't see how he fights this. He's not going to get his carriers in time. It's going to be another 3 minutes before those carriers are done and have full interceptors.
Yeah, I think his G5 at this point, what you want to be doing is trying to distract Terran, like go attack somewhere else, maybe try and pull him back, and it seems like that's what he's thinking about doing. Because I definitely agree that this is like the timing for Terran to push, because, I mean, Protoss should not be able to win a straight-up fight right now.
Yeah, no, going around is his only option. He can't fight this, and he knows that. He's got no tech. It's just Dragoons and Zealots. And 1 shuttle. Yeah, no, it's no shot.
This is a scary position to fight up into, though. To have to go uphill into this. This is
uphill,
scary.
in a slight funnel. Yeah, no, this is not ideal.
Everyone's got a lot of money, but I think this is kind of rough straits. Yeah, Mars is also pushing this northern base at 12, and there's not really anything that can even access this from Protoss. So
yeah, exactly. There's no easy way to access this. Those probes are all dead. That Nexus is likely done, although it's just 1 tank. 2 carriers done. He'll be at 5, 6 soon, but it takes another minute and a half to make those interceptors.
It does? I guess what we'll just have to see. So Mars, I think, realizes the situation a bit here. Yeah, he's pumping Goliaths now. He's killing bases.
Yeah, Mars must know. Yeah, because there's no chance that there's nothing on the map for G5. I know Mars is ahead, but he's not that bad. Yeah.
Yeah. And he sees all these bases. He's like, "Where's the tech? Where's the units?" Even if he hadn't scanned it, he would probably. But yeah, he's just walking into the main at this point.
Yeah. There's just no need to see. Just no units.
Yeah. And this is actually a pretty tough position to break, even though that's not that many units. Tanks OP, so.
Tanks OP, Mines OP, Ledge OP.
It's a lot of OP. So he can't actually fight these carriers, but he can basically kill all of the economy and infrastructure, which is a pretty good consolation.
Oh, absolutely. It is not a lot G5 can do. Like, you have to rebuild, risking to rebuild stuff at all. Like, he'll eventually kill those tanks, but not before he loses all his gateways.
He's going to be, like, reset entirely.
Yeah, absolutely. A horrible position for Protoss to be in. But those vultures really, I think it all comes down to those vulture raids early in the game. I think that really set this game up.
Absolutely. The speed, like getting in there, he got a ton of damage. He was up, how many? I think it was like 20 supply or something.
It was about, it was something like 49 to 30 or something. Like, it was an obscene number.
That's insane. In fact, the G5 even brought it back as much as he did is impressive.
Yeah, I completely agree. Well, let's see how Mars deals with this.
He's gonna just be pumping.
G5...
Sorry, continue.
No, you're good. I was like, G5 is really just down to that 1 base in the bottom right. I guess he has the top left as well, but there's no production.
Yeah.
And Mars is going to find them, and G5 doesn't have a way of stopping them.
Yeah, I think what we're probably going to see is G5 will stay in this game as long as these carriers are alive, because, like, part of you can't leave. And you've got, near a control group of carriers. Like, that's just so good. But
Yeah.
he's got a pretty good bank, but there's going to be some engage at some point against a bunch of Goliaths, and we're going to have to see how that goes. Maars has an even bigger bank, but he's down to the mineral only, and that's it. That's all he's got mining right now. So he has a huge
I mean, at
bank.
this point, it feels worth getting like a science vessel, right? Just EMPing these guys.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah, I think you're right. He's at least getting the upgrades. He's gonna have 2-2 done fairly soon. Oh, and he's doing wraiths as well with cloak. And
nice.
yeah, I don't think we don't have any sort of an observer here.
Is this his first engineering bay, or did he lose it
No,
at some point?
he had one. He definitely had one because he made turrets over by the front early on.
Yeah, no, of course, he must have lost it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, G5 doing a good job here, targeting the armory, targeting the upgrades, targeting the Goliath production. Basically, he's got to finish that armory.
Yeah, I would suspect.
What's gonna burn down? Yeah.
Yeah, I would suspect Maars will probably start another one somewhere far away from here.
Yeah.
Does he only has the one starport, which is also it's a little odd.
Wow.
Are they trading? Well, this is it right here though. That's okay,
Oh
that's
yeah, this is huge. There we go.
That'll do it.
It's into the kill zone.
Yeah.
GG.
Right.
Well, that was a fantastic game from Maars. He played kind of flawlessly.
Yeah, definitely. But also very strong play from G5 to kind of come back into it and turn that into a 20-minute game when very early on it looked very scary.
Yeah, no, I see those vultures. I GG. It's not for me.
Yeah, I was trying to.
But Maars, I mean, Maars looks so strong because he was away for a little while from the game, and now he's been back recently and came back and just impeccable for him.
Okay. So map 2 is going to be Polestar. Let's see, we're up 1 from Mars. Interesting pick, I think, to pick into Polestar. I don't know. I always consider this just to be like an excellent Terran map in all ways. But apparently G5 likes it for this matchup, so we'll see what he has planned.
I wonder what it is. Is the middle buildable?
It is.
Oh, well, that's something to look out for.
Yeah, so the game is up. I'm going to switch back over to it. Okay, there we go. So spawning in the bottom right as the pink Protoss, we have G5 from Team Unhinged, now the captain of Team Chaos, but at this time he was on Unhinged. And in the bottom left, we have the Olive Terran Maars. I think they both went somewhat standard, I would say, in the first game, like not completely cookie cutter. But I don't think we saw anything too wild.
Yeah, I mean, having played with Maars for a bit, at least, before he sort of stopped playing for a bit, he's always been a very standard player. Very strong, like just a solid standard player. I don't think I've ever really seen him cheese. So.
Yeah, he's been streaming a little bit. During the last season, he was streaming a bit, and I watched some of his streams, and like, he has like really strong control and kind of like situational awareness that it's like, I don't know, when I watch people like that, it's just kind of like baffling how they do it. So I guess why do anything but standard when you can just react to stuff that well?
Yeah, no, absolutely. He's got like fantastic mechanics, great game judgment. Like, I've seen him play TVZs. I don't fully understand TVZ that well, but like it just feels natural to him, is what it looks like. I don't know if it is or not, but
yeah,
he's
100%.
Pretty damn good.
So fairly normal starts so far. We just have like the gateway set up in our base for G5. We've just got our barracks and our depot here. A little bit of an odd SimCity here. Usually you put the racks on the other side of a depot, but this is also a pretty common depot spot. We're taking our gas on 12. Nothing out of the ordinary so far.
Yeah, I've slandered G5 a little bit, asking if the center was buildable. He's just playing a standard, honest Protoss game.
Yeah,
and he's cross-scouting. That's fair as well. So.
Yeah, I think you have to have that in your arsenal though, as a Protoss. Like, even if it's not like your favorite thing to do, I think you gotta have a little bit of nonsense that just to.
No, I completely agree. You gotta be a little unpredictable, otherwise,
yeah,
you get abused. That's something I've got to start working into my game, like learning a few cheeses.
Me too. But Terran can just get away with absolute murder if you just let them. So I think you definitely need to pressure.
Yeah, absolutely. I remember for a while I would always just go through Gate Robo, open, and I realized turns that knew me were just skipping eBay against me, and that was obscene. Man,
Yeah.
you just optimize your build. You don't have to worry about reavers. I built reavers for a while, and I found out how fun they are.
Yeah, I actually, when we played, I remember scouting you, and I saw a lot of Reaver play, and I was worried about that. So I think
No,
I
for a while I did a lot of reaver play just to practice it, but I'm very much a 3-8 Robo Obs guy.
gotcha. So we're going pretty just very standard here. Like we were saying, we got our factory coming up. I didn't catch the timing, but I assume it was good. Um, we got a range coming here. We'll probably see like a 23 Nexus coming down from G5, and then similarly timed like a 24 CC from Terran.
Very, very standard.
Absolutely.
Does he have another Dragoon queued up? I assume he does. Yes, he does. There you go.
Yeah.
Although, if you're going for a 23 Nexus, you don't make this pylon here, so we might be seeing something else.
Oh, see, I have no idea. So this is what
I
need.
I love the 23 Nexus. Yeah.
This is what I need you for, to like just tell me basic information that I should know about Protoss, because I have no idea.
I don't know. I mean, it looked like a 23 Nexus until that pylon, so it's all good. Probably gonna be a 28 Nexus, I would guess, but let's see. Yeah, it should be, just because he doesn't really
What
have
is
enough gas.
the
He wouldn't make the robo.
what is the upside to that? Is it just to get more goons to pressure, or what's the purpose of like a 28 Nexus? Do you know?
You get an extra goon, so you can keep one at home for any vulture run by and two hitting the bunker. Or if they haven't made like a vulture, you can actually sort of like, what is the term, like block it out from actually being able to set mines on the map. You get a lot more like early map control.
Okay.
Yeah.
It does seem like G5
Sets you up for
is
like even almost a slightly faster third than you would get otherwise if you wanted it, just because there's not going to be a mine there if you're able to actually like force the vulture in.
That makes sense. That makes sense. So it does seem like you called it. We have our Nexus coming up. It's quite a bit behind the CC, but he does have that third Dragoon, so he is able to put a good amount of pressure on the map. Here's the Vulture coming in. Exactly.
So he wasn't able to phase that out, but this guy sits right there to block it. Exactly.
Yeah. So he's not going to get anything done with it. First tank is out. And we're just being very safe. We're making our eBay. Vulture is dead. That's pretty big to get the first Vulture before any mines come out. Although
his mines, I assume, are done. Yeah, but that's huge. That's the potential advantage of the 28 Nex for sure. Maybe I should do it more often. Your Nexus is a little late, but you get less early control. Especially with how often, like almost every turn opens with the Vulture mine expand, right? So.
I mean, that's the only thing I know how to do. So. So we have 4 quick goons out here to pressure. We're getting our robo. We have 2 gates. Do you usually get this second gate a little like earlier like this, or do you usually wait until after the robo? Or is it?
This is the right time for a second gate. The big difference here is if you make 3 gates, you're not making a reaver. If you make 2 gates, you're probably making a reaver or maybe a really early third.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, it looks like we're doing the early third. There's no mine there. He's got map control, and I feel like G5 is a player, like type of player that likes to have 4 Dragoons there because he will dive.
Yeah.
So he fits into his. I see why he's 28 next so he can get that extra goon.
And I don't know if this was a mistake or if it was intentional, but Maars actually didn't get a machine shop upgrade previously. So we're building more Marines. We already have 5. We're making a 6th. We're now making Vultures, but we don't even have mines yet. These are slow Vultures still.
Maars does like that 3 tank push. I think he got some coaching from Terror and learned how to do this a lot. But this, I don't know, G5 just has too many Dragoons.
Yeah. He did take the early third, which is kind of, in my experience, like what you're looking for in this situation to do like a push like this. But yeah, because of the early Nexus, I think, or the 28 Nexus, we just ended up with a lot more goons. And it really
I think it's also that he did not make a robo, so he got the early third. Like, well, he made a robo, but I don't know. This is his first observer. You know what I mean? This is a very late observer. He made the third Nexus before the robo. Normally, you get robo at like 25.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but I guess that's with the 23 Nexus. So I think he sort of got the best of both worlds. Had the Dragoon count and the early Nexus, early third.
That's interesting.
Didn't need Observatory, yeah.
Yeah, I think some of this is like these like little wrinkles that higher level players will understand that lower ones necessarily won't. Although you knew exactly what he was doing, but like when I see that sort of stuff, it's like that sort of stuff is lost on me. I don't know, just like how the pieces all fit together exactly.
Well, haven't really thought about this, but I just noticed it because I was wondering earlier when we were looking at his main, he went for the third. I was like, oh, he didn't make a robo yet, and then he
Yeah.
made the third before the robo, and then we see this, like, why he just destroy that push with a
Hmm.
550 third, and that would explain it. Yeah,
Hmm. That's interesting.
I guess that's why I guess G5 is higher level for a
That's why
reason.
he's G5.
I have never even thought about that. Yeah, that makes sense. One of those optimizations you don't notice, but it's pretty
Yeah.
abusive. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, they're both on top of their worker production. Seems like we have the Citadel coming down. We're gonna get legs for any potential like 5 fact push that might be coming. We should probably see the gateway explosion happen pretty soon, right?
I would think so. So where are we at right now? We're at 8:30. Yeah, no, you should see a couple extra gateways go up right now.
Okay. And then similarly, so Mars is actually on 4 factories instead of 5. I think I saw like a little bit of this after the last ASL where Leda was doing this. It seemed like it kind of briefly got a little more popular to do like a 4 factory play instead. But I don't really understand the benefits of it, to be honest.
Well, if Lato is doing it, it means you have two starports making rates as well. So
That's true. That's true. So just watch over here. There's going to be 2 starports
yeah.
momentarily. Check
No,
out
I
that
love
Wraith
Lato
background.
because he finally made Terran, not finally, but he's made Terran very, very fun to watch.
Yeah, for sure. Those were
And
exciting games,
speed.
and I like underdogs personally, so
Yeah.
his run was pretty cool.
Yeah, no, I love Lato. Like, Lato, it doesn't seem like he should win, at least from when I watch it, but then he just always does.
Yeah,
It's fantastic.
yeah, it's super cool. So we are now we're going up to 7 gateways, 8 gateways. That's like the normal number, I believe. Fairly normal
Yeah.
number. Yeah. We're just pumping probes. We got our 4th just finishing.
Yeah, there's stock standard from G5. Just
Mm-hmm.
early Dragoon pressure. Just waiting for him. Yes, great.
Yeah.
Got legs coming on the way. Yeah. Mars not getting that vulture damage he got done in game one. Not this game.
We'll see if it makes the difference because that was so huge for him in the first game.
Yeah. On the plus side,
And
like I think like these positions are a little better than being cross position, right? For the turn pushing a little horizontal.
yeah, this map, pushing on this map, the position, it's super short. It's maybe a little more impactful, I think, in like TVZ when you're trying to hit like the 2X Academy or something like that. But this is a very short rush distance, and there's you only have to go up one ramp the entire time. It's very nice for pushing.
G5's got Vulcan Dragoons everywhere, different
Mm-hmm.
positions. So Mars getting nothing done with those vultures.
Yeah, this is like pretty good map vision. He sees the army, like you said, he's got stuff posted up. He's out clearing mines, so that's strong.
Right. Got the fundamentals very well covered, like so well.
Yeah.
That you're
Compared
not getting.
compared the other way, Mars is pretty blind here right now. His mines have been cleared. He doesn't really have much vision on the map.
Yeah, he has no idea, and it's G5, so there could be 2, 3 nexus going up right now. You don't know. It's a very dangerous thing to not know. And
Yeah,
Mars is not
100%.
really scanning. Yeah.
He's even
I guess maybe he's scanning the main.
I noticed in the first game he actually I didn't mention it because it didn't really matter, but he actually took some of his. It seemed like he took some of his scanners like a little bit later. I don't know. Maybe there's something to that. Like in the last ASL when Flash played Snow, he just didn't make scanners the entire series.
Yeah, it's one of those like hyper optimizations because you can't make
Mm-hmm.
SCVs when you're making a scanner, right?
Yeah. So looking for okay, so we have the Stargates coming up, and I assume there's going to be a fleet beacon here because you don't need 4 arbiters at a time.
You don't need. Yeah, now without a Templar archive, yeah, no, there's gonna be a fleet beacon. I'm assuming the core might be spinning. Who knows?
Oh, it's worth checking. It is.
There it
Good
is.
call.
There's your tell. Yep.
Yeah. And we're just pressuring a little bit. He's up 40 supply, which is a solid number. Mars is just now taking its 3rd.
G5 well ahead. He's taking that base on the top right. And the natural. Then gonna take the main.
Yeah, there's not really any probes for him to get. I mean, he can fight these cannons, but there's not much here to pick off.
Well, at some point, at some vulture count, like, and once Terran gets to a certain upgrade, the cannons are just decor.
That's true.
They do nothing.
That's true. That's true. It looks like he is going to kind of get these trapped, at least to some degree. And the gap in the supply count.
Mars came at the right time, because this is when you expect the probe transfer to occur. So he, it just didn't, but Mars had the right idea here.
Yeah. Oh, there's some.
Oh, there's one right there. And the mine hit, I believe, a zealot or something.
Yeah.
3 or 4 probes.
And even if we did lose some, though, we're at a very healthy 73 probes here. So.
Believe it or not, good for Protoss, because he had too many probes.
Yeah.
76, 77,
it's all
far too many. Not far, but yeah, you want to be at like 65.
Yeah, so here's the fleet beacon. We got 4 carriers at a time coming out.
5 in a fantastic position, playing kind of flawlessly here.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah, this is really nice run.
Let's see what Mars' answer is. So Mars must know he's in some sort of trouble here. He's a little behind. I don't know if he has scanned the carriers yet.
He's got 6 Goliaths making, which is like, we'll have to see if he keeps doing this. But I think he probably has some idea.
I feel like from this position, though, it's very hard for Terran to win. Like, Protoss is expanding across the map. How are you going to actually punish top right? You can't actually get there.
Yeah, I agree. I think something probably needed to happen earlier.
I agree.
But we're going to try.
It just seems like, not saying Mars can't do it, but it just feels very difficult. Especially, yeah. I think you just have to push horizontally, try to take out the third, maybe see if you can see his natural. But how do you win?
Well, we're gonna find out.
Yeah.
This is a pretty good. Yeah, the zealots are like way on top of these tanks pretty quickly. Yeah, I think this is kind of a disaster for Mars. Like,
I'm surprised with how well this went for G5 here, because Mars does have a max army, and G5 does have about 20-25 supply tied up in carriers.
Yeah.
But it worked perfectly, backed out at the perfect time. So what you do is you fight until your zealots are dead, and then you just back off, because you can't really remake Dragoon until you can remake zealots.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say too. Is he definitely he timed that incredibly well.
Yeah.
And we do.
Zealot's got a lot done. Yeah.
For sure. So he definitely knows about the carriers because this is a lot of Goliaths. But our first carriers are done. They're almost done, essentially. They're making their interceptors, so we'll be done in another 15 minutes. Then we'll be ready to push.
Is Mars doing it here? Because the carriers are not done. He knows about the carriers. He's getting his 4th up in the mid left at 9 o'clock. I don't know. He did just get a lot of probes. He got now from 73 probes down to 48.
He's got a nice bank too.
Yeah, but it's in Canadian dollars. So
that's
right.
That was good. Yeah, I think this is still winnable by anyone. To be honest, I don't think anyone's like doing it. We'll have to see, like try.
No, that fight went really well for G5. I didn't expect Mars to get this far, but I guess G5 didn't really have any reinforcements on the way, and Mars put the pedal to the metal. His tanks, he had like 10, 12 tanks still alive, so I just keep pushing.
Yeah, the carrier numbers are climbing though, and trying to move Goliaths up any like small ramp or choke like this is usually a disaster. Like, I think Goliaths are kind of in the realm of stupidity of goons. Like, you don't have to use them as much, so it's not as big of a deal, but they're incredibly stupid.
I believe that, but the other thing though is that there aren't that many interceptors on these carriers. If you look at these guys, they probably each have like 3 or 4 each.
Yeah, they're definitely still pumping them.
Yeah, like you can make 3, you got 4 queued, you only have 3 or 4.
Exactly.
But like, I mean, there's just another minute and a half, and G5 is gonna be very, very dangerous. 7 carriers with a lot of interceptors.
For sure. We've pivoted over to a mostly Goliath army. The upgrades are not fantastic for Terran. He's at 1-1. And I think these interceptors are +1. They're going to be +2 soon. So that's pretty nice for Protoss.
But I don't know. I'm not really much of a carrier player. Like, I always hate these positions because I feel like Goliaths are just so strong.
Yeah.
but let's see how G5 does it because I do believe he's supposed to be a pretty good carrier player.
Yeah, I think it's
Makes
kind
sense. I
of.
guess you have to balance the tanks and the Goliaths, right? And then if you
Mhm.
don't have your tanks, your dragoons are trade pretty well.
Yeah, well, when it really gets scary for Terran is once Protoss has kind of like completed the tech tree, and then they also have Templar tech, because Goliaths really clump up a lot and are very vulnerable to Storm. And then you kind of just don't really have an answer for that.
That's true.
Carriers are also definitely a unit you can, like your micro mix a lot of them. I wouldn't say they're on like the level of mutas, but they're very high up in like the ladder in terms of like you can get more value with good control.
No, you're absolutely right. If you ever watch Bond and play, like his carrier control is
Yeah,
pretty godly.
yeah, yeah. That's actually that's kind of who I was thinking of in game one when it looked like G5 was essentially dead, but he had the carriers. And it's like, I think he's dead, but I've
Yeah.
seen Bonnet do this, so
Yeah. Yeah, I spent a lot of my life watching Bond streams. That man's a god with carriers.
yeah. But we do have 10. This
And
is 10
he does have
carriers.
10 carriers.
Yeah.
Attacking that
Um,
assimilator to get the interceptors out of the carriers. One of the tricks of carrier micro is you don't want to let the interceptors get back into the carriers. There's a little bit of a lag when they come out, because they come out one at a time.
mhm.
And then
And
they only go back in when you stop moving. So you get them out, and then you just keep your carriers moving nonstop.
you just said you're not a carrier guy, but it sounds like you're a little bit a carrier guy.
Tim gave me a carrier lesson today because I was watching his stream and he was going carriers, and I was like, I don't know shit about carriers. Tell me. And I watch a lot of Bonnet streams, so
Yeah. Well, I really appreciate.
no
I
amount of
really,
watching. Yeah.
yeah, I really appreciate Tim giving you like a series of like lessons that would be directly applicable to this series earlier today.
Yeah. Yeah, basically Tim and I watched these specific games and he
Yeah,
told me what to say.
yeah. Man, smart guy, smart guy.
He knew you were gonna try to cast these.
I was gonna grill you on these. So also though, as we mentioned before, the carrier upgrades were like well in progress, and these are now +2 attack carriers with +1 armor, while the Goliaths are just 1/1. So that's an even stronger position for carriers because they scale very well. Uh,
That's a very good point, but I guess how does I feel like Terran has evened it up economically. Not evened it up, he's ahead economically.
yeah, for sure.
But
I mean, this is kind of what you have to do because Goliaths are good, but you still don't trade efficiently if the carrier micro is good. So you kind of just have to like take the map, eliminate Protoss spaces around the map, and you kind of have to bleed them out.
yeah,
So,
I think. Jeez.
so if we look at our supply here, though, I mean, this is only 36 probes, and we're at 155 total supply. That's still a pretty substantial army. Meanwhile, Maars has 63 SCVs and like just over 90. So he's only got 30 in army supply. So I think he's pretty dead here.
Yeah, no, I agree. This is just gonna snowball, and now we're just relegated to what comes out of the factories, and they're just gonna die. I think this might be it.
Yeah, I think once you get on top of the factories like this, and there's no standing army that can threaten at that time, that's basically it for Terran. Oh, well, we have the Wraiths trying.
And I think Terran is the least equipped to rebuild production. The Protoss can just send one probe out and just make 10 gateways. Zerg has their hatcheries.
Yeah, they definitely are. It's like a thing you can do in a very late game, but certainly they're least able to. These Wraiths are buying some time. There's another observer, so the Wraiths are dead. And Mars will call it,
Yeah.
so that's a 1-1
Well,
series.
1-1. At least on the plus side, we get to see a game 3. This
Yeah,
is a best of 3, right?
it is. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
I do want to see these guys. They're very strong.
Yeah.
Very strong players, and both seem to be in pretty good form. So I like watching these games.
Yeah, 100%. And this is not surprising at all.
I mean, I know both of these players. I know Maars pretty well, actually. Not G5 as well, but I've heard a lot about G5. We all heard of G5. It's been around everywhere. So I'm actually really enjoying watching these games. I remember when they played, I think I asked you. I was like, yeah, we should catch those games.
Yeah,
Because I
no,
want
I've been holding
see
these
them play.
specifically for us. So,
Yeah. Nah, I appreciate it. This is awesome.
let's see. Did I mark that? Okay. All right. So let's switch over. So map 3 is on Attitude because if you're a Terran and you need to pick a map and you've already played Polestar, pick Attitude. So we have spawning in the top right of Attitude as the teal Protoss, we have G5. And spawning in the top left as the pink Terran, we have Maars. This is a 1-1 tied up series, so this is the decider game. A lot of pressure on this one.
I'm excited to see what I guess loser picks the map, right? So Mars picks
Yes.
this map. You don't really have a real good pool here, so you're right. Attitude is what you gotta deal with. At least it's not cross position, so that's already a plus for the Terran here.
Yeah, I mean, I think if you're Terran and like the map pool has Polestar and Attitude, it's like, what else were you gonna pick anyway? Kind of,
Mm-hmm.
because these are like this is like pre changes for this season, so this is still like insanely Terran favored Attitude. No,
Nice.
yeah,
Yeah, what he should have picked was that new ASL map with the fastest possible patch.
yeah. Like if G5 had picked that for game two, and he's like, this is gonna seem like a curveball, but I think I'm onto something here.
Yeah. Yeah, I can get a 104 10 gateway forward, so
Yeah,
get ready for that.
yeah. It looks
All
like
right, well, we
they're
see a scout after the gateway. This means he's going to make a zealot. So,
okay.
yeah. The reason is you need to know where your zealot's going to go, right? So,
Is it normal to? Is he cross spot? He's not cross scouting. He's going to the close position. Um, they are just going fairly standard though. Again, like even if we're getting a zealot, which we haven't gotten in the past, it's still pretty standard for both these players. Mars is doing exactly the same thing I think he did in the first two games.
absolutely. I wonder if G5 is expecting like a rack expand, right? Or sniffing out some sort of like greedy play potentially, but
Yeah.
he's going to get last scout here unless he does an end scout.
So
Or here, is he gonna? Is he not gonna make a zealot? It's odd that he would do a gateway scout here then.
so do you think maybe it's like an option select kind of thing? Like he scouts and if he finds Terran, he makes the zealot. Oh, he was making the zealot.
Oh well, he's making the zealot. Yeah, you make it here and then you make a pylon. But you're right. Maybe,
Okay.
maybe that would also make sense if you end up not making the zealot. If I get first scout and Sirax banned, I want to make sure I can make the zealot. But he's making it either way here.
Yeah. Okay, so here's our factory, on-time factory. Core almost done, so we'll probably see range in a goon before too long. We're gonna punch an SCB a few times. And so Mars has scouted G5, but G5 is just about to find Mars for the first time. He'll probably be somewhat relieved to see that there's nothing wild going on. There's not like a finished command center right here or anything. Or I guess it wouldn't be finished, but like a far along command center. That
Or long command center, then you're happy you made the zealot at least. You can force a bunker.
That's true. That's true. He's sending it anyway. The bunker's almost done. We have 3 Marines though. We should be fine.
Yeah, Mars is playing not greedy at all. He made his 3 Marines, he made his bunker before he even started his CC. So
yeah, very.
But he
very
does get that STV. Punch, walk right into the punch.
Gotta anticipate that. You gotta duck to the left.
Yeah, exactly. Don't leave.
We got the Robo
There's
coming
a Robo
here.
before a Nexus, so we're going for some real early shenanigans here.
Yeah.
It's fun to see.
So this has to be a Reaver, right? There's no other reason you do this.
It has to be a Reaper, otherwise, if you want to go for a DT drop, you have to start the Citadel at the same time. And also, I don't know how you do that. Maybe you could on one gas, but not with range. I could do it, but I don't know my cheeses.
No, but I think
there's no range though.
Yeah, so I think what you said is right. He's only got the 2 goons though, which could be a tell that some kind of play like this is coming. He's making a 3rd. Okay, so here's the shuttle coming though. I'm sure he's gonna throw down the robotics support bay any second.
Support bay around halfway through the shuttle. We'll let you start the Reaver as soon as the shuttle finishes. Let's see.
Okay. And he's actually going siege first, so very defensive. He's starting the eBay. He's just playing very safe. He actually has the scout now. I was going to say that Mars recognizes these.
Oh, a scout got in, and there's no support bay, right?
There is,
Are we
right
seeing a
here.
support bay? Oh, it's right here. Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. So
Oh, Mars knows exactly what's going on.
Yeah. So the onus is just on him to react appropriately, which I'm sure he knows what to do. But let's see how the execution pans out.
This is a nightmare for Protoss if you're doing something like this and an STV gets in your main. I didn't catch quite how it got in there, but that's the worst case scenario.
He is taking a Nexus behind it, but I think he needs to get something done with this Reaver.
Yeah, you're meaningfully behind here.
Yeah. Oh, Looks like he's pivoted though. He's got his observatory and he's just thrown down another nexus.
Makes sense. It's just no point in going through with this Reaver. He's got his tank. He's gonna make the turrets.
Yeah.
And if you're not gonna get like shuttle speed as well, like really double down, you're not. It's just not worth it.
That's true. And he was even going siege first. So I mean, this was like, this was like a hard counter, like a blind counter to what he was doing, and then he also scouted what he was doing. So.
The angle is like once Terran sees what you're doing, they're gonna react defensively. So what you do is take a greedy third, right?
Mm-hmm.
And
that's a smart play.
Taking a 530 or 540 third at the 3 o'clock. So
yeah,
because Terran has to respect the Reaver even if it's not coming. So.
Mm-hmm. So the other side on this though is this is kind of what happened in the first game. But what also happened in the first game was that Maars went vultures and vulture speed very quickly, and so he was able to get a lot of damage done. So we're gonna have some sort of like a middle ground in this game here, where G5 is going to have to pivot to the third greedy nexus. His economy is going to be a little bit behind, but Maars has no opportunity to get that damage that he got in the first game.
Yeah, without the vultures on the map, without scanners, and yet you just built 3 or 4 turrets, you're a little blind as turn, and yeah, Protoss can definitely abuse this. So you can tell G5 has a very good grasp on like the nuances of like PBT when he can squeeze out more, when Terran's going to be a little more defensive. He's got a very good feel for it, you can tell.
Yeah, not surprising at all. And then, so he, as the observer in the base, he should see there's only 2 factories. At 7 minutes, I guess there wouldn't be more, but he just sees that shop coming up now. Maars is kind of
making that second shop though, like are you setting up for double upgrades here for a push? Or
you can be. You can just turn this into 5-fac essentially, which is probably what he'll do. He's got the +1 started.
Like, is there any other reason to have the extra shop in the beginning? Like, if you're not intending to push?
Well, you could get it earlier than this, and you can do.
Okay.
Yeah, but I mean the way this is going right now, yeah, this is just to build up tank count.
Right. Yeah, and this is not that early, to be fair. So
yeah,
you're right. This is 740.
And we're going up to, what is this, 6 gates?
It is very standard. Get your Dragoons, get up to 18, 20 Dragoons, switch over to Zealots. So that's play. 5-fact. It looks like setting up for 5 factories here,
Yep. So, very standard gameplay. G5 just going to try and catch up the economy. Buy time, maybe delay things, get everything set up. He's got this walled off. We'll probably see a Citadel in the near future, right? We need legs for this.
Yeah, he hasn't started a Citadel yet, has he?
He's not.
So we're going to see a carrier man likely, I think. We'll see. Is that does his third have a gas? It does not, okay. No, not yet.
Yeah, neither does his natural.
Yeah, well, we did see him go carriers in one of the earlier games, and then with very late. Like,
that's true. Yeah. He like threw them all down at the same time, essentially.
Yeah.
Okay, we're making 2 academies.
Is that a mistake? Has to be, right?
Yeah. There's no reason you would ever do 2 academies.
D5 is positioning around the map. Maybe he's gonna set up for taking the bottom right.
Yeah,
4 mines at a time. Vultures. Good. He caught these vultures at the exact time.
Star Sense. Yeah. This is, how many tanks is this? This is 8, 9 tanks. This is a pretty healthy amount. Pretty scary amount of tanks.
Early Goliaths, Maars thinking it's carriers maybe, or is this normal?
So typically what you'll do is you'll get like 4, he's got 5 here, but 4 is very common because that's when you can 2-shot a shuttle. Here's the Citadel, so legs coming in the near future. And we're just positioning around.
Yeah, the Citadel for someone not going carriers is pretty late. I only want to start this around like 7 minutes.
Yeah, legs are started. Terran looking to push. We're trying to engage here, get some shots in.
Not a good place to play. Oh, I mean, G5 has been proving wrong. Just yam all of these guys.
Yeah, we got a ton of tanks there, but we're backing up. A lot of goon losses too, though.
Yeah. I guess I don't know if G5 maybe forgot his Citadel because at this point, like you know, you want to have Lex finishing around now, and he's got no zealots, so maybe that's why. Yeah, or maybe that's just how he plays. Right? We have seen him get late Citadels in most of the games.
You know, it could be because he kind of had to pivot from what he wanted to do, so he's kind of just like freestyling parts of the build, you know. So maybe it wasn't as like solidified in his head.
Yeah, that's fair.
Probe down here, maybe looking to take our fourth, or yeah, fourth. Vulture's almost about to find it, but not quite.
Not quite.
Yeah.
Just gateways setting up.
Yeah, so what are we up to
no
now?
4 upgrades. He's not going carriers for sure, at least until he makes 5 Stargates very early. But...
in some random spot on the map that you'll never possibly check.
Yeah, how would a Terran beat G5? We have full vision, we don't know what he will do.
Yeah, so we have our CC going down, finally taking third. We have a lot of SCVs right here. We're going up to 7 factories, so I'm sure we're going to see an 8th very soon. Terran pushing to mineral only. Maybe set up a position here and then try to go in towards the natural. This is not that much of an army though, if you look at all this Protoss.
But it does feel like a good position. Protoss does have to sort of funnel in here.
Yeah, I would agree it's a great position, but it's just not that much stuff.
Not enough.
But,
I mean, he's kind of just walking in. Yeah. Oh, G5's first Zealous just finished at the perfect time.
Yeah, this is gonna get crushed though. This is just gonna get cleaned up.
Yeah, I wonder why Maars did this. He just took like a third of his army and just sent it.
Yeah. I think he just doesn't have that much. Like, you look over here.
Right,
like,
it's not even a third. Yeah. Maybe he scanned. He saw an opening. Yeah, just like, let's just go for it. But
maybe he didn't realize that G5's economy was so fast, and so he just thought there would be less.
Yeah, given the way the game opened, Maars was kind of blind. Maybe he has no idea how fast G5's third actually was. It was at like 540, which is very fast for a third.
Yeah, G5 is up 60 supply at this point, which is pretty massive. So yeah, Maars is in a pretty rough position in this moment.
Yeah, just one of those games where you're actually not cognizant of your position as well, just because of how it opened.
Very relatable. So he is just taking a fourth, which luckily on Attitude is very easy to do.
Nice. And yeah, I mean, you need an easy fourth because your third doesn't have any gas, right? So.
Probably looking to wall this off in the near future. You can set up a couple tanks there.
I don't know why Terrans wall it off. Like, why don't they want me inside? You know? We let you inside. Look,
just trying to be friends, yeah. Some zealot hugs.
Exactly.
Okay, we get a few probes there, maybe 5 or 6. But we are going to lose these vultures for it.
I mean, it's a worthwhile trade for Maars. Yeah. Vultures are free, you know, probes cost 50 minerals. So.
It's true. I keep forgetting that math. It's come up a couple times and I keep forgetting it.
I've got it on a post-it above my monitor, so I never forget.
Yeah. Just this like one spot on the wall where there's like an indent punching it.
Yes. Exactly.
So we're trying to get in at the 4th. The dice. Vulture's just kind of sharking around, seeing what they can get done. If we look at the supply, though, this has got a lot closer. G5 floating a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, these vultures are taxing his multitask. It's working.
Yeah. And we have the fleet beacon
going up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is a man who knows what he likes to do.
And he'll do it when he wants to. It's none of your business. Yeah.
Not on Shafir's timeline.
Not on my time. I'm over here thinking you should get early gases, save up, but no.
No, ridiculous. You just pick a spot partway through the game, you throw down like 4 or 5 Stargates.
Throw down 4 Stargates.
You're good, man. That's the build.
But I know, G5's been the top of the game at Starcraft since before I even knew this game existed. So.
Yeah. Anyway, so Maars is occupying his 4th. We got a lot of probes there. We're actually up in workers now for Maars. So he's on, let's see, this is 5 bases versus on 4, so I think that's pretty solid for Terran. Although I guess that's like not terrible for Protoss. I don't know. I feel like it's good for
I
Terran.
think it's about even, right? You want to be about a base up, but I don't know.
Yep, so Terran positioning into the middle of the map. Protoss is waiting for him. He's putting down some turrets. We're getting sieged up.
Very polite of Mars to go where the units are.
Yes.
On the top.
Yeah, I mean, he's a really nice guy, so it tracks.
It's a Canadian thing.
Yeah, but...
Yeah, and G5 setting up with a 360 surround, but just not enough zealots.
Tank good. Tank very good.
Probably overstayed his welcome a little bit there. Lost about 6 more goons than he probably needed to.
So a little bit of deja vu in the regard, though, that Mars is pushing as the carriers are in process. So we've seen this go both ways in the past 2 games, so we'll have to see how it goes this one.
I don't know, I feel like G5 is going to mine out of his main soon and his natural. If Mars can attack this 3rd, 4th, cut this off, he'll be in a pretty good position. Because those carriers are going to need to make carriers, I mean, as interceptors.
Right. So a couple free tanks there, which is nice, but Mars is up supply, which is less nice for Protoss.
Not ideal, not optimal.
Yeah.
And not just less supply, but a lot of the existing supplies and carriers that either are not complete or are complete and have no interceptors.
Yeah.
How much is even less than what we think.
Is it 6? Is it 8? How much? Do you know how much supply carriers?
It's 6. Let me Google that real quick.
I mean, either ways though. So this is like somewhere between 24 and what is that? Like 32 supply that's just sitting there, and then he's down anyway. He's trying to counter. I don't know about this. And in response to this counter, Mars is just going in. So just like game 1, we have a fight on 2 fronts. And
I think, yeah, Mars I think has a very solid grip on this game here because G5 doesn't have much of a bank. He's gotta make all these interceptors. He's gonna make more carriers. You can't really make an army. Like,
and he doesn't have the bank of game 1. Game 1, he had like a really fat bank of like thousands, and he's got nothing right now.
Yeah, once you lose your dragoons and they're not on the map, like you're kind of fucked because dragoons can't get down a ramp.
That's true.
Not with tanks there.
Yeah, that's true.
Like,
I mean, in general, but especially with tanks there.
Especially with tanks down there. Yeah, it's a very tough thing, especially when you don't have like the scale. So,
100%.
See, yeah, I think if Mars sieges this year, he's taken out 3rd. I don't know. I think Mars has done it. Like he's gotten a very solid grip on this game.
Yeah, I would agree. Something he did very well in the first game also was like when he saw that he had a little bit of time on the push, like he fanned out his army and just like targeted all of the economy all at once. He's looks like he's doing that again.
You know, critical thing to do, like peel off 3 or 4 tanks and a handful of vultures, just because Protoss. So once you have that choke in front of the Protoss natural, and that's where all of our gateways are. Like we can't really fight anything. So
we're just in here killing Protoss.
Just stay here, yeah. What are you gonna do? Run away and clump up for me? I mean, G5 is cleaning it up, but he is down to 40 workers.
And yeah, he doesn't have the bank. I mean, I would assume Mars is about to pump Goliaths out of all of these.
Yep, that's what he's got going. G5's got a lot of gas. He's gonna have to, if he has a Templar Archive, start making a lot of Archons.
Yeah, a lot of things are possible through Storm. So.
I doubt G5 has Tech Storm, but if he does, anything's possible.
Yeah.
Jangri could do it.
A few free tanks right there. So now it's just going to be, basically we're going to see what we can get done with these carriers, see if we can pick off any economy. We are long distance mining in the natural, which is never a good feeling. But at least does have this going still.
Just for now, but I do see a bunch of vultures going down towards bottom right now.
Yeah, that's fair. It's very fair. He does have 9 carriers, which is a lot of carriers.
It is a lot of carriers, but is it enough carriers without an economy? Let's see.
Yeah, he's about to lose his only real operating mineral line. Mars is taking a 5th in the corner. We have a paper mache cannon falling right here.
The home decor for the feng shui.
Exactly. It looked good, very briefly. But
it looked great.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then Mars reaching that critical mass of Goliaths. I mean, 8 carries are a lot, but if it's all you got, I don't know.
Yeah, and G5 just isn't going to be able to afford interceptors for very much longer.
Exactly. Mars not even trying to fight the carries, he's just hold positioning the interceptors. And yeah,
I think he
Mars is
knows.
also a great game sense, knows exactly where he is in this game, and doesn't need to kill the carriers. Carriers are useless without the interceptors, so.
So just return home, clean this up, and it's looking pretty good for our Terran hero.
Absolutely. Look at G5's income, he's coming in 8 minerals at a time. Pretty slowly.
Yeah, he's long distance mining in the natural, and that's it. He basically needs to end the game with these carriers.
Yeah, I think Mars has done it, but a fantastic series. Like really well matched players.
Yeah, definitely.
3 great games.
Good pick, man.
Yeah, I mean, I just knew. Like, Mars
just
is
knew?
back and he's killing it, and G5 has always been good, and I want to see him play.
Well, I mean, also you watched it earlier with Tim, as we discussed. So.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I mean, that
I had to
helped.
pretend I didn't know what was gonna happen.
Right. It's easier to call it when you've literally seen the thing earlier in the day. Alright, so we'll just track these. Gonna be down to 6 in a second.
Yeah, like you mentioned earlier, it's hard to leave the game when you've got 6 carriers, so you gotta see it through, but I think G5 knows the writing's on the wall.
G5 has also watched a Bonnet game, it turns out.
And you know, all we want to do is just play with our carriers, right? It's the best part of the game.
Yeah. It's gotta be satisfying. For me, it's angering, because I'm only on this side of it, where I'm dying to them, but I assume the other side is satisfying.
As someone that doesn't make carriers, I don't know, but I assume it is too, because I think that's where Bonnet gets all of his joy. I think he's told a story once about how he tried Starcraft 2, really tried to like it, but the carriers are too different, so he couldn't play Starcraft 2.
Yeah, they don't have the micro at all, actually.
Yeah. I never really played StarCraft 2, so I don't know, but like, yeah, hearing Bonnet, he's like, yeah, the whole point of it is the carriers and the reavers.
Yeah, everything
Why
just kind of
doesn't have that.
Everything just kind of blobs up. Like the fights are very unsatisfying. It's kind of, I would say, like the peak of it is like in the small unit skirmishes more so.
Right.
Like that's done well.
Yeah, well, I'm glad I'm playing the better game.
Yeah. So Mars is actually in kind of a rough spot economically as well. He's got a lot of SCVs, but he's spent most of his money. And Goliaths just don't trade very efficiently here, so I mean, this is
on the flip side, though, he's got the third, the middle only, and he got bottom left, and G5's got 0 mining, right? Like his long distance mining from a natural he doesn't have.
He does, but I mean, this is actually, as we've been speaking, gotten closer. You just is G5, you kind of just can't make any mistakes is the problem. Like you just need to micro perfectly the entire time.
On Mars, I gotta start spamming turrets bottom left, right? Is that what he's doing?
A bit.
Kind of, yeah.
But where are his SCVs actually? So he's got a ton here.
Yeah.
Ton there, yeah. And G5 is just doing the long distance mining. He's not like he's basically put all of his hopes in these carriers. He's not even like trying to take a base at this point.
Got this 20 kill carrier, 21 kill, 15 kill. Each of these guys is a serial killer. 22.
Exactly. That's multiple kills for each interceptor.
That's insane.
Oh, we are losing one here.
Yep. Mars does catch one here. This is the new one, the 0 kill carrier.
Yeah, that's huge. I mean, if he could go in there and get this base, that would be pretty substantial. Because that's like, yeah. I think that's
at this point he could still fight the Goliaths, and then if he could just sit on top of the factories, right? Like if he can take bottom left out,
yeah,
G5 has a shot.
This is really smart of him too, the way he's camping the ramp here, because yeah, Goliaths are terrible trying to go up ramps. I mean, as I say that, he stopped doing it, but it was working really well while he was doing it. We're kind of just playing micro tournament.
He must be running out of interceptors at this point. Like you can see, it's looking a little thin.
Well, he's like just consistently like distance mining from here, so it's like very slow, but he's not losing a lot of them because like Goliaths against carriers, you really need like a critical mass. You know, you need to be like picking off the interceptors like out of the sky before they can return. And if you don't have enough damage to do
Right.
that, then they just never die.
Yeah, because once they return, right, they come back in full health.
Yeah, they do.
Bro, that's bullshit, you know?
Mm-hmm.
You know, this has gotten really interesting though because I had written G5 off entirely, but he's showing us the magic of carriers. All of a sudden, 10 Goliaths come behind you. GG.
Yeah, it was important. What we needed to happen was you needed to say that. You needed to like buy in slightly, just so they could
Yes.
go the other way immediately. That's a very important part of the process.
That's how it works.
Yeah,
It transcends time and space.
100%. All right. Well, that was a. I mean, that was a really cool series. So wonderful pick by you. I really appreciate you joining me for it.
Yeah.
So
I had a
yeah.
lot of fun. This is awesome. Thank you
All
for
right.
casting. This is
Yeah.
I haven't casted in a very long time. It's a lot of fun.
Well, welcome back. You haven't lost it. So I think that's it for us. Have a good night.
Have a good night. Take care.
Bye.